Well, it's official. One Piece is definitely set to break out in the year 2026. We are now officially seeing a lot of that energy from the Pokemon people just get shifted right over to the One Piece side of things. There's a lot of cards exploding in One Piece right now. We're seeing 100%, 200%, 300% increases on a lot of cards. Some people are calling it manipulated. Some people are calling it destiny, as this was always kind of probably going to inevitably happen. I think two things can be true at once. I think both things are happening, but there are still some excellent buys that you can get right now. And I think the number one character in One Piece, if you are looking to collect One Piece, is Monkey D. Luffy. And in this video, I have 7 cards that I think you should go out and get right now that are still very much affordable, and I do think next year they won't be. So here we go. Let's get right into the list. And of course, before we get into this list, the first thing I want to wish you guys all is a happy Thanksgiving. This will be the only video I put out this week, as of course tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and of course you got Black Friday. So I usually like to put one video out during the holiday week. I'll do the same thing during Christmas. Obviously, I want to spend more time with my family. So from my family to yours, happy Thanksgiving, or at least happy holidays if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. And also, too, if you guys can just do me the really big favor, please hit the like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to also hit the notification bell so you guys never miss when I drop a video. Now, the first card, this isn't on the list, but the first card I do want to show and kind of get you guys to understand of what's kind of going on in the One Piece realm. This is the Monkey D. Luffy wanted poster. You will see 3 months ago, 183, and now currently being sold at 318, 74% increase. There are a lot of cards that are kind of like that. Like I said, the energy is starting to shift. All the energy into the Pokemon and other card games like it is starting to get shifted over to One Piece. Bandai has done a very good job putting a lot of money into One Piece. I think this is Bandai's baby, and they're going to do everything to protect it. So you're going to see a lot more stuff like this moving forward. And I think in 2026, this will be the big breakout card game. And that might be a good thing too for us Pokemon collectors as well. Because I mean, I collect all TCG, but mainly a lot of Pokemon, right? This could be very good for us because this energy that's getting shifted over might take some of the heat off of Pokemon just a little bit, but we'll see. I don't know. 2026 could be a very weird year. We don't know. Now let's actually get into the list, right? The first card on this list, and you will see a very noticeable trend with a lot of these cards. Coming in at number 7, I have actually 2 cards in at number 7 because they're both kind of the same thing. It's this Monkey D. Luffy, the live action. I think as far as Netflix is concerned, I think once the 2nd season of the One Piece live action, then we get to the 3rd and 4th season, I do think I only see these cards going up. I think once 2nd season drops, people are going to return to these cards and start buying them up, especially as we get closer and closer. And you will see a noticeable trend where 3 months ago, only one of these cards sold at 572, and you look right here, 41 sold at 1236 at 118% increase. This is where some people are starting to say this is being manipulated. You will see also coming at number 7, I have also the other Monkey D. Luffy. I told you these are both coming in at number 7. This is another Monkey D. Luffy, One Piece. They're both excellent cards. Personally, I like this one a little bit more. I like the black and gold on it. But this card also really good. And you will see again another noticeable trend, right? If you go down here and look, 3 months ago, 10 were sold at 311, and now look right about here, 56 sold at 686, 120% increase. My advice, pick these cards up while you can, while they're still under $20, because we just don't know. I do think One Piece is poised to break out next year. So if you're collecting One Piece cards, I started my collection the beginning or the end of 2024, and I've been heavily relying on the early part of 2025, and I've been keep adding to my collection. Again, it's not too late to get in now, but it might be in midway through 2026. So like I said, I'm going to keep making these videos and keep making and bringing you guys this type of stuff because I don't want you to be caught flat-footed. If you want to start collecting One Piece, get in now while you can. Pick these cards up while you can. I would start with Monkey D. Luffy. I think he's the number 1 character in One Piece. No argument there, right? Just like I think Charizard carries and is the most collectible card in Pokemon. I think Monkey D. Luffy is just right up there as well as a Charizard, right? I think Monkey D. Luffy's carry sets, the most collectible and most noticeable character in the One Piece anime. So if you want to start somewhere, start with some Monkey D. Luffy cards. Coming in at number 6, the Monkey D. Luffy alternative art. This is from the Awakening of the New Era, the Gear 5. The manga Gear 5 of this card, oh boy, is super expensive. You want to see some money being put down into Bandai and One Piece, go look at how expensive that card is. I think now that card is almost up to $5,000 or something like that. It's insane. And it's pretty much this exact same card, just with the manga in the back style. Like, it's their mangas are the most notorious, most collectible cards in the One Piece. Just like I think wanted posters are starting to become that as well. So if you want a card that's a little bit cheaper without breaking the bank, Gear 5, Monkey D. Luffy, Awakening of the New Era, by the way, also a fantastic set. But this card right here, you will see, again, 3 months ago, you could have picked this card up at $30, and now look at this. 14 sold at 76, and you could just see where that trend line is and how many are being sold each and every day. It's definitely in the double digits. 103% increase currently, right? Is that where we're at? 103% increase. So again, does that mean this card's going to break $100+? It might in 2026. So a card that you definitely want to keep an eye out, which is why it comes in at number 6. It's a little more on the expensive side, but I do think it's definitely worth it. This Gear 5 Luffy, very cool card, and that manga card is uber expensive. So it always pains me to want, always, question in my head, like, why is this card so cheap? Well, it's looking like it won't be cheap for much longer. So get this card while it's still under $100. Coming in at number 5 is a very, very great Monkey D. Luffy card, and a very cheap one too. Monkey D. Luffy, Parallel from Royal Blood. I love the Infinity Fist thing that he's got going on. The artwork on this is superb. It's a beautiful looking card. But 3 months ago, this was a 1236, and now all the way down to 636. It's on a 48% decrease, so a really good Monkey D. Luffy card under $10. A lot of those are not going to be, are going to be hard to come by. I also, too, for all you graded guys out there, too, these cards, I would start sending them, buy a bunch of these up and just send them off to PSA, or maybe if you're at a local card show or a local card shop, take a look at these cards. Also, too, when it comes to One Piece and Bandai, they do a very good job of cutting their cards. So you do get a lot of 9s and 10s back. Does that mean it's going to diminish the value? I don't know. That's something that remains to be seen, which is why I said if you want to collect One Piece and you want to start somewhere, again, I would just start with Monkey D. Luffy. Just collect as many cards of Monkey D. Luffy's as you can. If you want a secondary character, Nami, another one, Shanks, another one, Zoro, Ace would also be another good one to collect as well. Those are at least my top 5 characters, I think, in the One Piece lineup. So yeah, that's where I would start. But the number 1 character, without a question, it's like literally it goes Monkey D. Luffy and then there's everybody else. So I would at least start there. Coming in at number 4, Monkey D. Luffy Alternative Art. This is from a premium booster, and it's another Gear 5 Luffy. I love these cards a lot. I'm really high on them. This one is a really, really nice card. I like the purple on this one. I think this kind of matches the whole like synergistic of his style. The white, the purple band right there. It's a really good looking card, right? You will notice, here we go again, 3 months ago, you could have picked this card up at $41. Now currently sitting at $81.31. That could also be because, maybe it's more prominent in the meta in the card game. That could be it. Or it could be that everybody is shifting their focus and buying up these cards. Currently on a 94% increase, but you can see right now it's currently trending a little bit back down. It was 81 recently sold, now currently being listed at 71. So maybe pick this card up while you can around the $70 to $60 mark, or keep your eye on this card and see if it dips below that. If it does hit that $60, $50 mark, I would be all over this card 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. Coming in at number 3, Monkey D. Luffy Alternative Art. This is the leader card from Fist of Divine Speed. Now I'm going to show you guys something. 6 months ago, this card was almost at $100. It's now all the way down to $29.26. I have been informed the reason why is because this card made it on the ban list. With that being said, it's still a Monkey D. Luffy. It's a leader card, and it's a beautiful leader card with dual colors, the purple, the blue. I love this card. It's a beautiful artwork. $25 for a card was $100 at one point. It's a leader card, so you get the full art of Monkey D. Luffy on there. Just looking evil, looking menacing. There is no reason to believe that if collectors all dive in on this card and start getting it graded, that you won't see this card rebound and hit that $100+ mark as a PSA 9 or 10. With that being said, like I said, get in this card while you can. It's a great looking card. I have no problem spending the $25 on this card and getting it graded. Again, local card shop, local card show. Make sure you keep your eye out for some of these Monkey D. Luffy cards. Coming in at number 2 is a promotional card. One thing I would also say too is check a lot of the One Piece promotional cards. They are all really good. This is from Tournament Pack Volume 1. Obviously, like I said, promotional card. And you will see this card has a lot of ups and downs from 12 all the way up to 14, down to 8, back up to 12 again. So it's seeing like a 0.16% increase. So, okay. Still a great looking card. Another Monkey D. Luffy that's also very good on your wallet, coming in at $11.36. And at number 1 on my list is a card that I've always been very high on. I've talked about this card at nauseum in a lot of my One Piece videos. It's the Monkey D. Luffy, the English version, 2nd anniversary set. The reason being I love this card more than just about anything is why it's number 1 on my list. Is because it's a Gear 5 Luffy fighting Kaido. When Gear 5 was first introduced, the amount of times that people were just talking about it, replaying clips, I am actually very surprised that this card is $34.49. Think of it as like that Mewtwo promotional card with Mewtwo looking over the city. I just feel like that card is just too cheap. I feel the same way about this Monkey D. Luffy. I feel like this card is just too cheap. At $34, I feel like this card should be worth more. Will I be right? I don't know, maybe I am. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. I have no problem admitting that. I'm actually wrong more times than I am right. But I still get some things right every now and then. I've said, like, One Piece will be the breakout card game. I've been saying get onto One Piece, and you're starting to see that shift being focused. I was at least right about that. Right about that. I do think this card at $34 is pretty much still a steal. You will see it 3 months ago. This card was $18.52. I talked about it then. Skyrocketed up to $40 and has come back down a little bit to earth at $29.90. Now sitting at $34.49 for free shipping. I like this card a lot. I've seen this card in person. It is a beautiful foiling on this card. Oh, especially this part right here, this gold inlay. Beautiful foiling on this card. I do think in 2026, this card will reach the $50, $55 mark. I just think it kind of goes up from there. It's a really good looking card. He's fighting Kaido. A lot of things going on in this card. The energy, the Kaido doing his blast, the pumping of the fist, the artwork is just awesome. There's like almost every inch of this card is being taken up except for obviously this part right here, which is down here in the border. But other than that, it's just a beautiful looking card, a really nice one. I just feel like at $34, it's still too cheap. So we already seen it at one point this year, already hit the 41 back in October. I do think summer of next year, this card will probably be looking at around 50, 55, maybe even be more than that. And at that point, you might be thinking like, oh, should have hopped on it back at $34, which is why I'm telling you, get these cards now while you can. That's going to do it for me in this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you're new again, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Let me know what some of your favorite Monkey D. Luffy cards. I might make another part 2 to this because there's a lot of Monkey D. Luffys that we can get into. I mean, a lot of them. All really good. Again, if you're not into, if you've been thinking about getting into One Piece, I am telling you guys right now, do not, I've been saying this too, do not sleep on One Piece, man. I do think in 2026, it is poised to be the big breakout card game that a lot of collectors are going to start flooding. So again, that's going to do it for me. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next time.